Hello, warriors. Welcome to the U movement. I am B. I've been sitting out in the garden doing a lot of meditation and processing through a lot of energies. This morning, woke up in a very cranky energy. I'm sure that's a lot to do with the collective vibe. I'm not going to get into the political arena. What's happening in our 3D world is not what's happening. There's a disconnect there. So yes, many people are in a cranky, scared, kind of energy. So feeling that, I wanted to come out and ground it myself, because as a clairsentient empath, when I pick up on the energies of the collective, my mind wants to grab hold of it and take ownership of it. So first, be aware when you're observing yourself in certain emotions. Ask yourself this question, is this even mine? And whether it's yours or not is kind of actually irrelevant, because it's yours now. It's like catching an energetic flu. Emotions sometimes. It's like somebody sneezes somewhere and now you've got the crankies. And that doesn't mean you need to be in the same room, although if you're in the same room, that can be even more intense as an empath and a clairsentient. But I don't even need to be in the same continent to pick up on other energies. So I came to ground some of this energy because in my mind, again, trying to make a story out of the cranky, and I had woke up after multiple nightmares of my ex, which is not pleasant. But do be aware that if you are going through recovery post narcissistic abuse, it's not an overnight thing. I've mentioned in many videos that you need to give yourself a minimum of a year, and it's probably going to take a lot longer than that for your nervous system to regulate and for you to process through all of your own stuff. So between the collective energy and these nightmares, I was very like, bag of cats. So the first thing I did is come outside and do some meditation and just allowing myself to move in meditation, because sometimes the energy, having a little bit of movement facilitates. So I move intuitively. I allow my body to do what it wants to do. I'm sitting out by my tree that I come out and talk to. And I was just intuitively allowing myself, and it was kind of like a pendulum going a little bit. And I was getting a lot of downloads coming in as this energy was shifting and clearing. And I want to talk a little bit, just say a side note, that cranky energy or sad energy or any energies that people normally describe as less than desirable aren't negative energies. It's not negative or positive. It's just energy. So the more you practice observing, and that's why I come on, is just kind of like, hey, this is what I'm observing. It is the vibe. This is what I'm observing. And in observing, one, you try very hard not to take ownership of it, even though the mind wants to immediately create a story around it. So you want to stay in a little bit of an observer and observe also what your mind is doing, So, oh, look, I'm feeling these collective energies, and my mind wants to take ownership and create this story to go along with it. So you're kind of just sitting back in your higher self, watching. And then you're also not labeling them as good or bad, or, oh no, this cranky is negative. I better work to up my vibe. I better work to get into positive energy. No, you just are in whatever energy you're in. No judgment. When you're in the observer, it's not about trying to become something else, or repressing something that's undesirable, or anything like that. It's simply, oh, this is what I am feeling. This is what my mind is trying to make the story out of. This is how my body wants me to respond. My body wants some movement. My body wants grounding. My body wants this. So it's like a check-in. It's like a business meeting at the start of your day. And you call all elements into the table, and you're like, okay, emotions, where, give me the daily report, please. Okay, thanks. And mind, what is your opinion on emotions, what they're bringing to the table? Oh, okay, thanks for the update. And body, how would you like us to handle these, the daily tasks? And then you're just in the observer, and there's no judgment towards anything. So that being said, I came out here and did my 3-step business meeting with these 3 aspects of myself. And in meditation, what was coming up for me with this personally in this energies, was feeling very aggravated and cranky, particularly about my love life. Because, that is what I am processing at the present moment in time. And the dreams kind of triggered more. And then I've been recently in a real, the twin flame situationship has been on my mind a lot. My mind has been trying to solve this Rubik's Cube of a puzzle and is getting frustrated. And, my emotions are feeling whatever they're feeling in any given moment. It could be one thing or a completely different thing, and then my body, of course, is responding. I have some low back pain that's coming out, and pain in my mouth from clenching. I had my business meeting, and I'm like, okay, what's going on, guys? Let's gather. Let's commune. Let's talk. Let's deal with this. And so in meditation, my emotions, some were flowing, some tears being had, some anger was being expressed. I had a real desire to just scream, but I didn't do that because I didn't want my neighbors to think. So I'm like, scream inside, it's okay. So inside I was visualizing going, ah! Mind was telling me. I was listening to the banter. Instead of trying to be zen and have no thoughts, I was listening to the thoughts, allowing the thoughts to come up. And what was coming up for me was frustration, I suppose, mostly with myself at the end of the day, because, in learning to become less codependent, in healing and sitting in this energy so that I can fix it and heal it and recover from it. I was angry at myself because there is nothing I wouldn't have done for love. Or could be also said as I would have done everything. I would have done everything. I seriously, my quest to find love in my life, I would have done anything. Absolutely anything. I would have altered my appearance. I would have masked. I would have, to fit in for acceptance. I would have sexualized myself. I would have drank. I would have, sacrificed my own personal needs. I would have sacrificed, and this being the worst thing that I get, without question, the worst thing I've ever done in my entire life is sacrifice the safety of my son in staying in an abusive relationship. I kept thinking I could fix it. I kept thinking I was protecting him. And it without question is the worst mistake I've ever made in my entire life, because the more busy I was trying to keep my ex at bay, who was vastly jealous and wanted to triangulate me with my son. It's not his son, his stepson. So there was all this drama that was constantly going on. So I was in this stance, trying to maintain the drama 24/7 and trying to keep all the drama at bay and appease him and literally do anything and everything to keep him distracted, because the more distracted he was, the less he was focused on my son, because he would rage needlessly for no reason at my son. I even placed my bedroom in between there so I could hear and be on alert for thump, 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 those steps, which told me he was about to go down and yell at my son for any reason whatsoever. So I was always on guard. And the problem with that in, this quest for this loving relationship that I prioritized in my entire life, seeking solace in the arms of a man, or even seeking solace in the arms of friends, trying to fit in and get love from friends, because love was elusive. I never knew what that was. I certainly didn't get it from my birth family because they gave me away. I didn't get it from my adoptive family because it was so highly narcissistic and toxic that love was beyond conditional. It wasn't even love. Like that. I don't think my mother had the capacity to love anyone. Nobody. I don't think anybody was in a necessarily better position than I was, even though they may have experienced less abuse. They all experienced some in the immediate family, and so it was a loveless environment. And so, as children, we hear about the fairy tale of love and fitting in and being part of something, and all these, oh, men will do anything for a woman they love, and I was just, where is this love? Where is it? Where can I find it? Where can I get some of that? That was the drug of choice. Kesha does a song called Your Love Is My Drug, and ultimately that was my biggest drug, was if I could get a hit of something that resembled love, whether that be sex, which wasn't love, or affection that wasn't really truly love, or people talk about all these love languages, and I wonder, are those actually even love? Or is it a negotiation? Gift givers. I give the greatest gifts, yes, but do you stand by your word and show up for somebody when they need it? I don't care about the gifts. I care about this mythical love. I want to find this love, or validation is my love language. Again, if it's just validation, it kind of feels a little bit like, or just love words. That kind of sounds a little bit like love bombing if it's not backed by this elusive love. Where's this love? Where is the love? Where's the love? Oh, I need this love. So in this desperate quest to find this elusive love, I would have done everything, including, as I said, put my son in harm's way, because the smartest thing that I should have done, and I tried. Listen, I tried, and I'm not beating myself up. I've forgiven myself, but it's taken a lot of time, and I've apologized to my son and talk to him about that, because as long as I was focused here, I wasn't focused where I should have been focused. I was in my masculine energy trying to protect, and I should have been in my feminine energy trying to nurture. And so he has been honest with me and expressed that at times he felt very abandoned, and I have to take ownership of that. I 100% have to take ownership. From his vantage point, that's exactly what happened. From my vantage point, that wasn't what I was trying to do. I wasn't trying to ignore him. I was trying to appease the beast so that I could create peace and harmony in my home for him and me. But because this program of love is so important, love is so important, love is so important, superseded my program of safety and security, I put everybody in harm's way. And what I should have done was left long time ago. And then when I met my twin, I thought that it was like angels singing. Ah. I thought, oh my God, this is love. This is love. This is it was like my heart got took over. My mind had no choice. I can remember even thinking, I'm in love with this person. I don't even know this person. I don't even know if I like this person, because the mind was like, what is going on? This doesn't make any sense. This is illogical. But my heart was just like feeling a type of love that was that elusive love that I've been looking for my whole entire life. But that's not what the twin flame journey is. It's not a romantic story. It's not. It's a catalyst to help you break free of all of your attachments, and it's to break you open. Having your heart broke open, as opposed to it's wreckage. It is absolute wreckage. The breakdown, the breakthrough comes after. Oh, sorry. The breakdown comes after. The breakthrough comes after the breakdown, and breakdown feels like absolute wreckage. When you're breaking cycles, when you're breaking thinking, when you're breaking, it's an exceptionally painful process. And when you start seeing things for what they actually are, and the rose-colored glasses and the delusion falls away, everything that you made believe was real, and you start to see reality, and reality looks like bullshit. It looks like shit. It looks terrible. It's hard to process through. And so the reality of my deep need, my deep want of love, this addiction to love, to finding romance, to finding partnership, and even, which becomes even more intensified through the twin mirroring situation, is because it was all of a sudden like all of my focus went onto this individual, and I would have done anything to be with them, like anything. And that's both a blessing and a curse, because in the doing of anything to be with them, I was willing to I was willing to break free from all of the addictions. I was willing to do all of the disciplined work to lose the weight, to get healthy. I was willing to do anything. I would have done anything. And that served me, that need to willing to do anything. It also gave me the motivation and the impetus to be able to finally break free of this very toxic and abusive situation that previously I didn't have the strength to break free of. So in becoming addicted to this one person, it freed me from all of my other addictions. And then the ultimate goal is you need to free yourself from the addiction of this person. And, that comes as its own mixed feeling of, because at a lot of points you're reading all this stuff going, you're divinely meant to be together, and you come to a place where you're like, oh, this is just the cherry on top of this bullshit pie that bullshit cake that I've called my relationship cake. They're unavailable, they're not showing the same energy back to you. It's non-reciprocal. It's not, they can't give you anything that you want, but yet you're still wanting it. You're still craving it. And in sitting today in meditation, feeling so cranky and frustrated because, you know, it's like, but I was willing to do anything. The reality is that I'm now meant to do nothing. I'm now meant to learn that you are supposed to do nothing for love, which is opposite to everything that I've ever done. And I did a video yesterday saying, you know, so much of this journey is going this direction and then doing a complete U-turn and coming back into self. And learning, when I say what energy I'm sitting in now and understanding is that I am meant to do nothing. Absolutely nothing to obtain love. Love is a free-flowing energy that either comes to you or it doesn't. And in trying to do everything, in trying to do anything, you're manipulating an energy that can't be manipulated. It will ultimately fail you if you're in doing energy as opposed to just in being energy. You know, the old expressions, and it just flew there, see? Flow of energy, in one ear and out the other. In doing everything, I lost what I wanted most. And so now I have to learn to do nothing and let what comes, and let what doesn't come, accepting. So my new quest for now will be learning to do nothing. Learning to do nothing for love. The impulse will always be to try to do something. And now I have to learn that the opposite is actually what is required. It is just be truly me, love myself, honor myself, respect myself, give to myself. And if that magnetizes something in, then it does. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And so just being with me and God and learning, the quest to learn to do nothing. So I don't know how many of you out there resonate with this type of energy of codependency and have been in dysfunctional relationships. And so I guess the question I want to leave you with is, you know, what are you doing? What are you sacrificing? Are you sacrificing your own truth? Are you sacrificing your own vision? Are you sacrificing your own safety? What are you sacrificing in the doing to obtain love, to contain love? Because love can't be obtained or contained. So there's no point in doing anything except take care of yourself. I love to hear what you have to say about this. Thank you very much for all the likes, the shares, and subscriptions. I'm sending you all my absolute love out there without containment. I'm just going to let it flow on out to you. And without expectation that you need to do one thing or another to give it back. You know, I greatly appreciate all the comments and the love that I do get back, but it's no longer from a place of manipulation. Because yes, even that I need to take ownership of and say, you know, in self-sacrifice, it is a manipulative energy because you're ultimately wanting to get something from somebody. You're wanting to get love. And I want to break free of all toxic energies, toxic feminine energies, toxic masculine energies, just toxic energies, and be in peace and learn what it is to feel safe and learn what it is to be me and learn what it is to just be self-contained. Self-contained bubble of love. Peace out.